that the new name for the? Is that the title this time?
The abridged version of CouncilCast.
Welcome to the abridged council of the CouncilCast version.
The abridged council, just like every week, we don't have everyone. So
this is the abridged council.
Unlike all the other
41.
episodes have had all of the council members, this is the first one with just a couple of us.
Yes,
yeah,
for
absolutely.
everybody who is watching, you may notice that we have fewer people than usual. So please don't hold that against us. And for everybody who is on the audio podcast, then I'm sorry. You also cannot see us. But thank you for joining us anyway, and welcome to episode 41, being recorded on May 1st, 2018. The council is now in session, but in a abridged session. So with every week, we'll make arbitrary but abridged decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit with little or abridged background and next to no expertise.
Abridged expertise.
All CouncilCast decisions are abridged and final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Man, I really like bridges.
Like last week when we talked about that.
Okay, so can we make it? Can we make a decision? Rather, I have a question. But I'm going to call it a decision.
I'm getting
because we make decisions here.
And then go for it.
Question?
When you send out the Hangout invites for this, is there not a call-in number so I don't have to use the Hangouts app? Like the stuff we use at work, I can dial in to a Hangout. Is that exclusive? Oh, it's a pay for thing.
Yeah, most of the times when you have a conference calling
I'm
system,
just gonna start creating them from work. So I got to call in.
That's perfect.
Okay.
We'll be the abridged Workiva CouncilCast.
Nah, I don't think that'd fly.
Yeah, most of the times, like conference systems, you have to pay for an actual number because somebody actually has to physically have a phone number. For you to call.
I mean, I was wondering because because that's kind of what I hear sometimes when doing this over data.
I mean, I think that if we did like Skype or something like that, you could call into Skype, but then we have to do a whole bunch of post-processing and post-processing.
Screw that. Nobody wants to spend more time on this than we already do.
You know, when I get back, I was thinking that I might spend more time on this than we already do.
Turn your lights on, asshole. It's dark.
Like I was thinking I might spend more time on updating things like the logo.
Speaking of,
oh yeah,
we have a new
pretty
logo.
Slick.
We don't have T-shirts yet with the new logo, but they will be coming soon.
At to councilcast.com.org/edu/shop.
Yes.
At our shop. councilcastmerch.com/t-shirts.
We should go buy
/swag.
We need to buy that before somebody buys it. Blaine's gonna go buy it.
You don't need to buy it. Just make it a slash. And if it's a subdomain, you definitely
go to councilcast.com/merch where you can buy your new CouncilCast t-shirts that have more S's on them.
More S's.
Oh man.
Matt pointed out graciously last week
where the logo did not have an S on the end. So
yeah, it was
Thumbs
a little sad.
Up for new logo.
We wanted to be able to have more decisions on the CouncilCast, so we added an S, and now we can have more decisions.
It would have really been bad if I would have thumbs downed the new logo.
It was your idea.
Yeah, I know.
It had nothing to do with a typo at all. It had everything to do with your masterful plan for us to start making arbitrary decisions rather than arbitrary decision weekly.
Yep, exactly.
And please go to the website and buy our t-shirts and support us if you like what you're seeing. And if you don't like what you're seeing, buy the t-shirt anyway.
You can take it out and burn it in public so that people know how much you hate CouncilCast. Actually, buy a whole truck of them. It'll make a bigger statement.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Running out of American flags to burn, we got you covered.
Make CouncilCast great again.
What do you mean again? It's always been great.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up to
Thumbs up to new logos.
Boom.
New logos.
You can't see it, but I'm thumbs upping.
Your picture
awesome.
is always thumbs upping.
Thumbs upping.
That was my picture thumbs upping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, everything's a thumbs up this week.
Oh, man.
Speaking of thumbs up, Hyperloop One, Virgin Hyperloop One, and DP World, which obviously is the best transport company name in the world, has announced.
I can't even. Oh my god! Who let them get away with this?
Virgin Hyperloop One is named such because no one has ever been on the ship before, and DP World is named as such because
they are double penetrating the world with shipping capabilities.
Of course.
No.
But they have announced a cargo partnership where they are launching a new company that will ship palletized cargo around in a Hyperloop once they finally build one, I guess. It's a Dubai-based company, so we all know what that means. They have lots of sand. And they apparently are going to make a new Silk Road with the Hyperloop that connects Europe to China. I don't know. It's the first time I've heard about a Hyperloop that connects Europe and China, but apparently it's going to happen.
First time I've heard about it too.
Cargo around. So I think this is the first time that I think we've heard of a shipping company actually being interested in this Hyperloop idea, because I think previously it's all been about transporting people. But if you think about the people transporting part of it, like, I don't know about you, but if you're going to get accelerated as fast as they think you could, you might turn into mush.
Well, what I think is that if I want to order, like, I think this can enable same day Amazon delivery to the rural areas as well as the city areas, right? You just, I mean, it's in a tube already. Put my router that I just ordered in a freaking Sabo and fucking railgun it right at my house. Like, I got the spot ready to go.
Will it be like in Futurama where there are tubes everywhere, just in the sky, like a bunch of gerbils, and they'll be shooting stuff all over the place?
I mean, I would imagine that they could definitely make the Hyperloop system look like the old bank systems, the pneumatic tubes.
Oh, yeah.
And it just, like, randomly poop shit out of it in front of your house. And it came from, I don't know, China or something.
Well, think about it, though. If they did it underground...
seconds later.
Huh. I think that we're onto something here, guys. I think we should stop the podcast and start our own mail Hyperloop system.
I don't know about mail.
You can do all things. You can just do so many things so much faster. Like, I mean, who doesn't want to get their mail order bride from Russia just same day?
Like
from DP World.
Mail
I mean, there's going to be nothing wrong with her.
Good God.
This derailed quickly, which won't happen with Hyperloop.
Oh no.
No,
there's totally not an engineer building one of those roller coaster tycoon launch you off the end of the track.
Do you think that's what they use to design this sort of stuff? Is roller coaster?
Yeah, they absolutely did.
Well, I mean, that's the only way that that's the only design program that Elon Musk knows how to use. So he just comes up with ideas and then throws them at people and says, "Make this."
Can you make this work in the real world? Look, I made it work on Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I would say that the old Silk Road is, old. So thumbs up to a new Silk Road.
Oh man, thumbs up to all things loop, whether hyper or otherwise.
Thumbs up to DP World.
Jesus Christ, what a terrible name.
And them partnering with Virgin. I mean, why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't I assume Virgin is of Virgin Galactic, or is it not?
No,
not anymore.
No, actually, because Richard Branson invested in Hyperloop, and so they basically added his name to the company.
Perfect.
And partnered with DP World. Way to go. Thumbs up.
Nice job, them.
Thumbs up.
Nowhere else can you see a partnership between a Virgin and DP. So
Not anywhere that you'd want to, anyway.
So, speaking of speed, it's getting faster with shipping. What if you wanted your internet speed faster, but you didn't have TV service, and Comcast is a bunch of Ds?
Thumbs down.
I'm going to thumbs down it too, but I want to talk more about it because this has been really.
This should surprise precisely no one.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like the people that are voted, the company that's been voted the asshole of the internet for the past 10 years running. You think they're going to make a good decision? Like,
well, there were some people holding their breaths, but they're dead now.
I'm sorry. Comcast killed people holding their breath.
Oh my god!
But the part that makes me most mad is that if I were forced to be a Comcast customer based on location, I would just be so pissed off because I know that I wouldn't be able to say no. Like, I want the faster internet. I'm not even going to use the TV. Whatever. I don't even hook it up.
I need faster internet to stream multiple movies at the same time while I'm also watching the television.
Yeah, so I think there's really two big issues here, and I think we hit on both of them. Is that basically they're saying if you have internet service only through us, we're going to be bumping speeds for everybody who has TV service, but if you have internet only, we're not going to bump that service. That's a pretty shitty move to begin with.
I think that feels a little bit different to me, and I don't know why.
It's still I think it's still a pretty bad deal. But the fact of the matter is, too, though, like you had said, if Comcast is your only provider for high-speed internet, you kind of just have to suck it up.
But that's not an exclusive to Comcast problem. That's true in most markets. Like, everybody's like, yeah, but you have options. Well, yeah, I got options. My options are Mediacom or like just terrible
1
ass
megabit DSL or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the other option is not really an option. Exactly. And that's what and they know they have you by the balls.
Joe's internet service.
Well, I mean, the shitty part here is, though, they're bumping the internet speeds for the subscribers for free if you have TV service, and if you don't, they're just like, it sucks to be you. You're stuck on the old speeds.
There's
no network changes.
So, like, I like to bitch about my ISPs, and aside from Mediacom leaves a bad taste in people's mouths if they go to Iowa State at Ames, because when we were there, the infrastructure was it was pretty bad. Like, and it's congested because of all the students. And it was not a good situation. And I don't know if it's improved because I don't live in Ames. I have friends who do. I should ask them what their internet's like now. But the internet that I have through Mediacom, aside from my main gripe of it being more expensive than I think it should be, the service has been fine. Like, it rarely goes out. I would agree. I don't know. I've been pretty happy with Mediacom. Like, so I can't bitch about my ISP too much, aside from the fact that I think they're gouging me on price. But.
Well, I think it's fair. I think the ISP complaints that I have is, it sucks that we have to pay as much as we do, and the fact is that there's literally no other competition that's even
that's my complaint,
and that's my really complaint. That's not my ISP's fault. Maybe it is, but.
Well, I mean, they're going to be the ones that were behind, like, wanting it to stay this way. Like, you can bet your ass that they're going to pay all the lobbyists they need to make it stay the way that it is, where they are the sole provider, so you don't have a choice. Like, the internet, where it's really good for people, actually, contrary to what you might think, is like the rural areas that have set up like their co-ops and stuff that have popped up. Like, rural fiber is just absolutely on fire right now.
Oh yeah,
and it's super frustrating to watch. Yep. But it's way cheaper to run lines out there. You can't just roll into the suburbs in the city and start trenching and rolling fiber out.
Well,
but you can't out in the country.
Google Fiber did.
Damn, and at super cost.
and it was actually for a user, it wasn't that expensive. I think it was.
I mean, it was pretty expensive, but it was
$300 for them to hook it up to your place. But then
that was only if you weren't buying the fastest plan.
Right.
You could get Google Fiber. I don't remember what the speed was. It was like 5 or 10 megs. You
12.
could get it for get it for free.
Yep.
Aside from the hookup cost.
Yep.
If you were getting their gig plan, like their gig up, gig down,
yeah,
you paid nothing for hookup costs. They just came out and hooked the damn thing up for you.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of competition we need in areas, but it's extremely expensive to pull off.
Well, either way, as spotty as internet is and how much people are getting gouged, I will say this in defense of the only defense is that it's still more reliable than 97% of the places that we've been on our trip in Central America so far. So
yeah, I get it. Like it's all relative, right? Like you go out to places like that and you're like, well, man, our internet's great back home. But if I traveled to South Korea, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, the US internet sucks. Like just sure. Everybody's got 10 gig connections there.
Yeah.
It's also a significantly smaller country, but
yep. No, I mean it's different. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try to be better.
And it starts by complaining about Comcast raising rates for or charging more for internet only.
Yeah, thumbs down to that for sure.
I'm giving a thumbs down.
Matt, why? It looks like you're giving a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Wow, damn it! Turn me upside down.
If I turn the computer upside down,
just let me rotate my picture. Shit.
I don't know if I can do that for you. Actually, no, I know I can't.
If you're watching the podcast and you want to see a thumbs down for Matt, you just have to stand on your head.
Perfect. Good. Yeah, this is left as an exercise for the reader.
Speaking of other exercises for bad competition, is the T-Mobile and Sprint merger happening?
No.
It was announced this weekend on Sunday, I believe it was. But
I hadn't seen that.
Really?
No, I'm really bad at following that type of news. I'm actually surprised I didn't see it on Reddit.
I'm surprised too, because this is like a super big merger. Sprint T-Mobile, it's like $25 billion.
Who's consuming whom?
Sad.
T-Mobile is going to consume Sprint.
Oh, yay!
Oh, well then that affects me relatively little.
Yeah, so Deutsche Telekom is going to own the majority share, with SoftBank owning a minority share, and then both CEOs are going to be involved.
Oh, did Deutsche Telekom own all this already?
Deutsche Telekom owns T-Mobile.
What is the deal with all these Deutsche companies buying up our conglomerates like Deere and telecoms?
They just have more money than us, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. That's what happens when you get to be the World Bank.
Yeah. So it's kind of a big deal because now they're basically combining the number 3 and number 4 largest cellular companies in America and combining them into a much bigger but still third size company, which is probably going to eliminate quite a few of...
Who's Verizon number 1?
Verizon's number 1. Yeah.
Number 2?
AT&T.
AT&T's number 2?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I would have guessed not even close. I guess I just don't see many people that have it, but that's probably because I'm in Iowa.
Yeah, I think AT&T is huge in especially larger metropolitan areas.
All right. I don't know. It had been the mantra around here that AT&T sucks.
Yep.
It does if you're in rural anywhere except for the cities. But yeah, so they're really combining. They're saying we're gonna do better on 5G rollout, which I guess is a thing
5G
people are doing now.
Dude, all the telecom companies are just putting whatever number G they want in front of anything. Like it doesn't mean anything anymore.
It's the new technology. Call it 5G.
Yeah, like go look up like the shit on. They were supposed to roll out like 4G or whatever, and then they were just like, "Oh man, let's change the definition of what that just is so we can meet that." And like,
yeah.
Oh, so it's not going to be that great, but everyone's going to say that it's great.
It'll be faster, but it's not going to be as fast as 5G sounds. 5G sounds pretty damn fast, but
I mean, how many more G's can you get?
You could go to 6G,
7G,
7G,
maybe. I mean, I don't know.
8G.
Man, how are you guys doing this? Are you guys like?
Well, I work in marketing, so.
Wow. Did you get your Excel spreadsheet to do that for you? It would too. I think it would. If you put like 1G and 2G and 3G in a column and then like drug it down, I'm pretty sure it would increment
formula.
Hold on, I'm going to test this right now.
I think it'll increment it for you.
I don't know.
Will it not?
That seems pretty complex. You do know computers, but I don't.
I mean, I don't remember. I know it will do. It'll try to like if you do that, it'll try to extrapolate the pattern.
It does it for numbers. If it's a number only, I'm not sure if it does it if you combine it with something else though. It might just repeat the.
Yeah, it's either going to repeat or it's going to increment for you.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen so everyone can see this.
We got to see how many G's you've got.
Okay, can everyone see the G's? Hold on, I'm going to zoom in.
All right, 3 G's.
Yeah.
So we got 3 G's, and let's see. Oh no, 1, 2, 3. It just does 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me
Damn it!
Hold on, let's hold on. Maybe we didn't give it enough G's. 4G. now we can test it out. No. Looks like it did it again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a bug. I'm gonna report it.
Hold on, let's put a space between these and see if that solves the problem because we need more G's. There it is. That's how you get more G's.
Oh shit!
I'm so glad.
Oh my god, I can't believe. I wonder where it does that.
I should probably. I think I'm just gonna like cut this part of the video out and put this on YouTube separately as a how to add numbers, how to make more G's, and then I'll send it to the telecom
That's pretty interesting,
companies.
Actually.
Seems like a
now
good
I'm
blog
wondering
post.
how it's treating those because I assume it treats the ones that are mashed together as a string and doesn't know how to increment. But it's breaking it up somehow when you've got a space in it. That's weird. Or did you just type them in there real fast and I couldn't see you do it?
No. I was dragging. I drug it.
Huh. That's
dragging.
I did the dragging. I did the dragon.
All right.
So anyway,
well, I'm not sure how I feel about the merger because I don't think it affects me really.
So I think I'm a little torn too because I mean I think if anybody was going to acquire Sprint, T-Mobile seems like at least a decent company to do so. And from the sounds of it, John Laguerre is still going to be the CEO of this new company. So, I mean, you can imagine that he's probably still going to do crazy stuff. I would imagine.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does reduce the competition in the overall wireless market.
Which is kind of crappy.
But at the same time, I don't know how big those companies really are anymore.
But really wasn't it?
They really were.
Wasn't it mostly those two trying to compete against Verizon, not necessarily against? I mean, they would have just been cannibalizing each other. Now, if they can present a united front against Verizon, that might help a little bit.
Yeah, I think it will help, but they certainly could charge more because they're now a bigger company. But I think with the way that T-Mobile has been operating recently, at least, and with John Laguerre, it seems like they're certainly still planning to kind of be the small guy and take on the big guys.
So I was wondering what this was. I was wondering what this was going to do with our Project Fi stuff. Because both T-Mobile and Sprint are carriers for that, but I assume it's just no change really.
I would assume probably not because they're actually saying that all Sprint users are going to be transitioned to the T-Mobile network. So I'm assuming
what are they doing with all the Sprint towers? Just making them auxiliary T-Mobile tower? Like
I think so. They must be.
That'll help out their network some. Although there's got to be a lot of overlap, doesn't there?
Well, I mean, the strange thing is that they're still.
That's going to help with 5G.
I think that's really part of it. I think that they're going to just repurpose the Sprint towers to be their new test towers for 5G or something.
Right.
Because they did get some spectrum with it, because I think Sprint has a whole bunch of unused spectrum that just is sitting there because they don't have money to do anything with it. So maybe they'll use that, but I mean, at
How
the same
wide
time,
is the spectrum?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's not as much as what like Verizon has sitting for free, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because they, I mean, Sprint is kind of still a CDMA carrier where T-Mobile is GSM. So, you know, how is that going to work with the guys who have to transition networks? But maybe it's not that big of a deal. So, I mean,
we'll see.
I guess we'll find out.
Time will tell.
Cool. I give it a thumbs up. I'm okay with that.
I think so too.
I don't have a choice what to give it.
You don't.
What you do have a choice about, though, is whether or not you want to pay for Amazon Prime with it going up for $20 more this year.
Yep.
Yes.
Charge it.
Next.
You know how much shit I order on Amazon?
Yes.
I don't want to wait days for that. I want it here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's kind of a shitty deal because didn't they just raise it like $20 like maybe 2 or 3 years ago or something?
Yeah.
Yes, but I second what Matt says there, because as much stuff as we order on Amazon and saving on shipping with Amazon Prime, we save way more than the $100 that we've been spending, and way more than $120.
Define save. Like, if you didn't have Amazon Prime,
I would spend it in gas driving around trying to find the stuff that I need, or I would
because you wouldn't order on Amazon because it wouldn't be here in 2 days.
You could still order on Amazon without Amazon Prime,
right? But it would be, you would get free shipping, but it would be for like 5-day shipping, right?
Yeah. You have no idea how fast I need things sometimes, because I am a procrastinator. And so if I don't, sometimes I'm like, oh no, I need this for a thing in 2 days, but I can't get it because it doesn't exist in town. But oh wait, there it is on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I did that. I did that this week. I ordered a bunch of network equipment yesterday that wouldn't be here unless it wouldn't be here on time probably. Oh, it wouldn't be here on time if I hadn't been able to do the 2-day shipping stuff. And could I wait till next week to get that stuff and like set it up? And do I want to? No.
Nope.
Is it worth $120 a year to get rid of all those? Man, I don't want to wait for that scenarios. Yeah, probably. I think so.
I will say it definitely makes me put it off going and buying stuff for a lot longer because I know I can get it in 2 days. And so it's just like, not a big deal. I'll wait till next week.
Or then again, I've seen a movement of people that have been like, oh man, finally canceled Amazon Prime and I'm saving so much money now, as like they would do a lot more extra buying that they didn't need simply because they could get it here.
That's probably fair. Plus you can see all the deals and you're like, shit, I can get it in 2 days. I need it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do any less buying though without Amazon Prime, to be honest. I think I'd be more like Silas. I'd actually probably drive to the store more often if I didn't.
Yeah.
And I'd actually go do some more shopping in store versus.
Yeah, I really don't think it would I don't think it would necessarily temper my purchasing overall. Like anything that I needed, I would probably just pick up, like you guys said, I would run to the store or
it's just
depends on what it is.
Depends on what it is.
Sometimes I don't order on Amazon anyway. Like I'm gonna run some cable and I need some fish tape, like to run the fish cables through like walls and under the carpet and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna order that on Amazon, but then I decided I might not need it, and if I need it, I'll just run to Home Depot and grab it. Like it was cheaper at Home Depot anyway.
Well, and I still buy like a lot of technology, like a lot of tech stuff I still have to buy on Amazon anyway because, well, where else am I going to go buy it? You're not going to go get it at Best Buy. I mean,
that's the other thing I'm thinking about. Because like stuff from like film gear, Like I can't go anywhere in Iowa to buy 90% of the stuff that I need to buy for film gear.
And if you do, it's from a reseller and it's marked up anyway.
It's marked up insane amounts. So, yeah.
So I'll still pay for it, but I'm gonna give it a thumbs down because I don't want to pay more. For
I don't want to pay.
Yeah, I mean, also thumbs down because I mean nobody wants to pay more. Thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Again, if you're watching the podcast, please stand on your head to see Matt's thumbs down. Or you could also just, join Facebook and get a new dislike button for a thumbs down.
This is such a Facebook thing. This is such a Facebook thing. Like, oh, wow, look.
Yeah, but it's not just. I mean, everybody's been asking for a thumbs down button.
Dislike.
I don't really know why though. I mean, what?
Because people want to be able to register their dislike right
without
away,
saying anything.
Except there was the angry face, but that was more of a like you could be angry at the thing as opposed to I dislike that you post pictures of your children.
Because of this.
Although I would laugh if somebody were putting like the angry face at pictures of children.
I should probably start doing that for John's pictures.
Yeah.
What's the picture going to be? Is it going to be just like two eyeballs over a keyboard with like two thumbs down, like this? Because
I assume they're just gonna rotate the thumb.
But then it'll look like the Reddit, just the Reddit downvote. So maybe there's a copyright.
The Reddit downvotes are a arrow.
Arrow.
Oh, that's true.
I think I would rather have like a double middle finger that just says that I can use to reply to people's posts with on Facebook.
What I want to do is like set up some kind of hack so that I can input my own versions of the images. But I'd have to know computers for that. So
yeah, what you could probably do is just get a picture and just post your picture into the comments instead of having a dislike button.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be easy. You don't even need to know computers to do that.
I don't. Oh, man. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go all over Facebook, and it's just going to be me. And then if people be like, what is that? And I'll be like, that's CouncilCast. You guys should check it out.
There you go. Double thumbs up.
Double. I still haven't made that in true CouncilCast fashion. Nobody did what they said they were gonna do.
Clearly, we're definitely on track for it then.
I can get around to it. It'll be great. I mean, it would take not very long. I just need to file up Audacity and get the double recording and get some horns in there, and we're good to go.
If you do that, I would definitely use that as my Facebook double thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh no, we got to use it as the padding for the intro and outro to CouncilCast.
Oh man,
we don't really have any music we lead in with. We got to get those paddings down.
Oh yeah, we should. Can you play stuff inside of this? Like, could we? I mean,
we'll probably you get hit for copyright infringement. It'd be like human music.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah, that's different. Like if I make that.
If you make it yourself, no one's going to think that it's copyright infringement.
No, that'd be fine.
So far off from what it actually was that people will just be like, I don't know what this thing is that they keep doing, but it's in their intro. So I guess we'll just.
Yeah, I have no idea if you can use make music or not. I don't know.
Well, you'll probably just have to like play it in the background. Like it'll be super janky. Just be like,
and here's my boombox next to your desk and hold it up to my mic.
I mean, it would be the same. It would be the same concept of how people play soundboards through their microphone in video games and stuff.
Yeah, we'd have to invest in some equipment, which is going to be really easy because of all the money we're making from t-shirt sales. But
yeah, I mean, go buy some CouncilCast t-shirts now with more S's, and we can buy a machine that does noise for the intro. Double thumbs up.
Yeah, you really need to get on buying those t-shirts. We're hungry and we po.
I feel like we should probably like promote a Patreon or something like that right now.
Oh yeah,
I got too many Patreons going.
If instead of Patreon, if you're tired of setting up Patreon, you can instead just mail cash to us.
Preferably in structured deposit sizes, like
and
less than
large
10,000.
bills. Please send us large bills.
We only want the Benjamins.
You can mail them to CouncilCast.org.
Great.
Just put them in your email, attach it, and we'll be okay. We'll be
Man,
printing
you
money in no
can't
time.
you can't go on the internet and ask people for large bills to be sent to your email address. People are going to send you pictures of dollar bills. They're going to send you pictures of huge men named Bill.
Well, can't you use like your phone to just upload that to your bank then? Look, bank,
Yeah, that's how that
cash.
works. I'll set
I
up a
can do it with a
Bitcoin
check.
wallet, and they can send us some Bitcoin. How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh man, we should be trolling for Bitcoin. That's what we should be doing. And people are always mining for Bitcoin. I want to be trolling for Bitcoin.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna set up a website called Trolling for Bitcoin. Let me see if the domain's available.
You're gonna become a professional like internet troll and accept payment for your services as.
No, I'm just going to like.
No, he's just going to show up on random forums saying, "Hey, give me Bitcoin."
people do that.
Trolling for Bitcoin.com.
Maybe we should start a. We'll have to get some T-shirts designed. If anybody is good at T-shirt designing, we'll have some CouncilCast T-shirts made up.
Oh, yeah, send us your designs.
Send us your designs at councilcast.com or whatever the hell are you
CouncilCast@gmail.com.
Oh man, I really, really enjoy how much we care.
Or visit our website at councilcast.org, where you can find out
Oh my gosh,
all of our
Trolling
past
for
episodes.
Bitcoin is available. Wait, hold on.
What's the next topic?
That's it.
That's it. We're all the way through.
Oh my god. Boom,
pretty
baby. Well, let's get the bumper on the way out here.
Okay, yeah. Throw it up.
Double. Bow, 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 bow.
And is that the council meeting is adjourned.
Oh my gosh.
And if you liked what you saw and want to check out all of our abbreviated past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org. All of our podcasts are recorded live on YouTube, but you can also find the audio files on iTunes, although they may be abbreviated. If you have a topic you would like the council's abbreviated decision on, you can email us
Abridged.
at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter at the CouncilCast
For
or on
Abridged
Facebook
Conversations.
by searching the CouncilCast.
Double.
Thanks for listening to the Abridged podcast of the CouncilCast. Thanks and goodbye. Double thumbs up.
Goodbye.